Hey everybody, welcome to Wolverine Chat. I'm your host Tim Raymond. So sitting there, seeing him wait in jail. I know it's like about 30 years ago. I had to spend a weekend in jail and wait, and was released Monday on my own recognizance. I don't care if it's one day. It is, and I don't know his history. I don't know when he was younger if he ever, but the coach of the winningest college football team in the nation, the University of Michigan. I mean, this is the University of Michigan is sitting in jail. Um, and I was going to say a common criminal, but he can't do what he did. So that's going to happen. I don't know if he's got some mental. I've heard that he might have had some challenges in the past, and if so, I hope he gets his help. And we need to pray for him. I know you're like, pray for him. Yeah, as a Christian, we need to show grace. Doesn't mean he doesn't have to pay the price, and he gets what he deserves as far as what he did, but we still, I mean, there's a family involved. There's his wife, Kelly, the kids, um, the other woman involved, and she is responsible for this too. She's an adult. She was in a relationship that she chose to be in. I know she worked for him, so that changes things a little bit, but still, she can clearly say no. And it's just terrible all the way. All the young kids that are thinking about coming to Michigan, or have already decided to come to Michigan, now got to make sure they're comfortable with that and their parents are okay with that. So it's tragic, but I guess it looks like what happened. And again, this is just from sources that I've talked to, and John U. Bacon talked about this, but the relationship has been going on for a while, apparently a couple of years. Nobody knew about it. Probably late September, early September, maybe. Rumors started spreading around Michigan that something was going on, possibly. But Michigan Ward Manual, everybody confronted Harbaugh, Sharon, and this young lady, I will not say her name, and asked them, and they vehemently denied it. Now, they had no video, they had no audio, they had no text. So if they say nothing's going on and they both say that, what are you going to do? So I do not think for a second Ward Manual or Michigan knew this was happening ahead of time. I think they thought, but they had no evidence. You can't do that. There's lawsuits. You cannot, and if it wasn't happening, you can't defame a guy like that. So I don't think they knew for sure, and they couldn't do anything. I don't think they were out to get him. Had nothing to do with that, because there were people, he had support where he needed support within the Michigan family and locker room and Schembechler Hall. He was okay. I thought he should deserve another year, but I didn't really want him another year because I just didn't think he was doing great. But I thought he was okay. I thought he deserved another year. So anyway, this has been going on, and then apparently she got pregnant. He paid for an abortion. Now, I cannot say this for sure, okay, but this is just what I've heard. And if it's not true, I am not telling you this is what happened. This is telling you what I think might have happened or what I heard happen. And they went on, and on Monday, she broke up with Sharon. If you can break up with a married man, I mean, are we in high school? No, high school is a little more mature than that, maybe junior high. So, things went haywire. She, went to Michigan and told them what happened. So earlier, when they were suspicious, they said, you know what, it might be a really good idea for you to move her away from you, not in the same. I mean, she was working directly underneath him. So he, instead of doing that, he fires her. Fires? Okay. I mean, duh. Now you're going to fire somebody, and what's he thinking? Well, she will never, say anything. Well, he fired her, and she did. She she's like, you're not a woman scorn. I'm telling you, a woman scorn, and you don't do that. So that's what happened. He went home that night, Wednesday night, um, after everything was released. Had a big fight, a Tiger S fight. No 6 iron, no car accidents, but same type of thing you can imagine. Except, come on, Tiger had what, 8, 9, 10? Sure, only had one. So I guess Tiger won in the scum category. Although, I don't want to disgrace Tiger. I still love Tiger. He's still my guy, and he what a turnaround, what a comeback, that 2019 Masters. But we're not talking about the Masters and Tiger Woods. We're talking about Sharon Moore. So they got in a fight. He took off, went to this young lady's apartment, broke in apparently, or maybe she didn't let him in, and he kicked the door down or went through a window, or maybe she opened the door and he pushed his way in. I don't know. Grabbed a butter knife, a couple knives, some scissors, was threatening to kill himself, saying, your blood is it's going to be on your hands. And then threatening to hurt her. Of course, we don't know exactly what was said, but that's when the police was called, and he left and was arrested later, or took into custody that night. And that's where we've been till today, where he was, indicted, and charged two misdemeanors and a felony. So he was released today, not on his own recognizances, $25,000 bond. Of course, all the regular suspects: no guns, no knives, no drugs, no drinking. I think the judge made it pretty clear you are not to see her in any way, shape, or form. Some people just, I guess he had to really explain that to him, because he's not joking. He also said if she were to contact you, not that anybody thinks she's going to, but if you were, you are not allowed to even answer. You ignore the call. You don't say anything. So I hope he gets that. And then they're going to have a tether, and he cannot leave the state. So he won't be going to any recruiting trips anytime soon. If he had just took his medicine, had a press conference a couple weeks later, apologized for being an idiot, what he did to his, like Tiger did. Tiger did it, even though it was, I'm not supporting what Tiger did, but he handled it right. He had a press conference, publicly. He took time off. He did everything right. Where now, of course, it just happened a couple of days ago, but at this point, I mean, yes, he could still apologize for what he did, but I don't think he's going to coach again. Do you? I mean, if you think he could coach again at any level in college football as a position coach, a head coach at a smaller school, a coordinator, let me know. Just say yes or no. So here's the question I'd like to know. Will he ever coach at any level again? And just put yes, no. Okay, let me know. I'd really appreciate that. And of course, if you're still here, please like and if you haven't subscribed, we've got 98 subscribers. We need 2 more, and at least I get to my first goal of 100. Just 2 of you people who watch us subscribe. We are really trying to update and get better equipment, and we're going to start bringing people onto the show. And it's buying new mics, new cameras, new everything for next season. So anything you can do to help would be great. So that's all I'm going to talk about today. We are going to have a regular podcast here in the next few days, see if any new things happen. We're going to talk about my top 5 guys as far as where Michigan goes from here, what they do about their reputation. Ward Manuel apparently is staying. He's had some good hires as far as winning. We win in everything. I mean, everything. Hockey. Look at Dusty May. Basketball. baseball. We're winning everywhere. Women's gymnastics. But we've had some really issues. Obviously, some deals with the hockey coach, and we all remember Juwan Howard, things he's done with the Wisconsin game, slapping the other coach. I don't know if the vetting process is not right. Now, the only thing I can say about Sharon is um, he really had no, Ward Manuel had no choice but to hire him. Jim left us in a very precarious position. I love Jim Harbaugh, one of the best coaches. Just love Jim Harbaugh, but it wasn't cool what he did. And he handpicked Sharon. I mean, it was in January. Who are we going to get at that point? So I think Michigan kind of used him as a kind of like a bridge coach, like get him through a couple years, and then we'll get our permanent guy. Unless we're winning national championships and Big Ten championships left and right, then oh, look at the guy we picked. We did so good picking Sharon Moore, but he wasn't ready. He was over his head. I think he was a good, decent coordinator, but he is not ready to be a head coach. So he was thrown into the position, and I just don't think he was ready. It was too much, but you know what? Our sins will always find us. Our sins will always find us. So you can't hide. And I'll tell you what, we do need to pray for him, whether you are a believer or think I'm crazy. A lot of people need help. A lot of people, because of his actions, were destroyed. And I just hope he gets his action together and gets the help he needs. And that's all I want to say about it. We'll be back with you here in a couple days when I put on a regular broadcast. I just wanted to touch base with this real quick and see what you all think. So again, a question today is, will he ever coach again? Yes or no? Thank you, guys. Have a great day. God bless you. As I always tell you, do something nice for somebody today. Go out and help somebody across the street, shovel a drive, do anything you can. God bless. Go blue, and we will talk to you later.